The Four Waters of Prayer Life of Saint Teresa of Avila, a description of the stages of prayer life. Prayer is opening and lifting our hearts to God, to have an encounter and perfect union with Him. The aim of prayer is not only consolation, but communion with God. The deeper you are in your prayer life, the closer you are to God. Saint Teresa of Avila describes prayer in the spiritual life in terms of a garden and of water. Using four types of receiving water to describe the stages of prayer life, she described prayer life as a garden and the gardener. The work of the gardener is to take care of the garden by watering it, and the aim is to grow beautiful flowers. Saint Teresa developed this description of prayer based on her own experiences with mystical prayer. It is a path that we all must follow, each in our own way, as we make our journey home to God. The first water is drawing water from the well. The first stage of prayer requires considerable exertion on our part. We must draw the water from the well and carry it around the garden. It takes a great effort, and sometimes with very little apparent return. The beginner in prayer life learns to grow in the life of prayer, but there is a great effort to focus oneself on prayer, avoid distractions, and the effort to remain faithful in the struggles of prayer life. A religious or seminarian may enter a moment of grace with God, but he has to put more effort to avoid distractions from the outside, and so that virtues may develop. The second water is drawing water through a pump powered by wind. In our modern context, it could be a pump watered by electricity. There is less effort in drawing water, and the gardener has time to take rest in silence. This degree of prayer is a gift from God, not something the soul gains by its efforts. The person controls outside distractions in such a way that a person can go into quiet and silence and can go deeper into a prayer life. The grace becomes more closer and available. In our context, the religious or seminarian has the control of the senses, that he may be placed in a deep recollection with the Lord. Virtues in this stage are slowly manifested. The third water is through an irrigation from a river. This degree of prayer is even more God's gift than the second degree. The water coming from a stream or river as irrigation puts less effort into the gardener. It is God's action and initiative to be with the person in prayer. In our context, a religious or seminarian has less effort into prayer, since it is God initiating the encounter in prayer life. Virtues are stronger now than in the preceding stage. The fourth water is the falling rain. In the fourth water, the gardener has no effort to water the garden, since it is the rain that waters it. Indeed, it is God alone who supplies the water. In our context, it is God who is manifesting and letting His presence be felt by the religious or seminarian. There is no more effort to begin a prayer mood, since it is already God who is manifesting to the religious or seminarian. Indeed, it is already a union with God. It is the divine presence manifesting in the life of the person in such a way that holiness is already performed in the life of the individual. In addition, Saint Teresa of Avila also shared that may our life be attuned in progressing in prayer life to have a perfect union with God, and most especially grow in virtues to be able to serve our brothers and sisters in need. I hope you have learned from this channel, and please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more uploads and updates.